There we go. Hi, and welcome to a Mighty Game Code tutorial. My name is Zero, and I'll be your instructor. Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to make a website. In a series of videos, we're going to go over a number of topics, hopefully, if I can get that done. And by the end of it, you'll have a website that looks mostly decent. Now, I know you guys probably seen my website and you're thinking, hey, you got no business teaching anybody how to make websites. But, after I actually sat down and remembered how to do it, because I actually went to school for this, even though I missed all my classes because I went out smooching with boys. um, I still remember some of the things, and I think I can help put those things together, and they'll make you a really nice site. So I'm going to go over a number of random topics, and hopefully they'll help you get your vision together. So of course we're using So let's begin. So we're going to be using Webplus 8 X8. It's an old discontinued service program, and it's okay to pirate it because they don't even care about it anymore. And this program allows you to make really basic websites, but you can also make some really good looking websites depending on what kind of add-ons and features that you use. So one of the features that I'm going to be talking about today is video insertion as well as video carousels. Now, let's first talk about the basics of videos and... Oops, not throwing my water. Okay, so first thing we're going to talk about is video. Video is, videos that you can add to your website, and it is counted as media, which is kind of like duh, but when you're looking around trying to find the video button, you're like, where is it? That's because it's hidden inside of media. Now, Webplus can support a number of video formats, although the number one that you can really use is MP4 and YouTube. Well, not just YouTube, but a couple other video hosting services. So I guess that's enough talk, let more show, because it's already 2 minutes and I haven't shown you a darn thing. Okay, so let's start with the very basic, and that is importing videos that you have on your computer to your website. So that's going to be done via the media insert button. So we're going to go up to the top and you're going to see where it says insert, and we're going to scroll on down until you see media, and it gives you a number of media types that you can add to your website. You see video player, YouTube video, Vimeo player, and Flash player. Now, Flash has gone the way of the dodo, so we can't use that anymore. We're going to have to use these three here in order to put our video in. If we want to use a video that we have on our computer, then we will have to use the video player button. So we're just going to click that and click it. Now when you do, it asks you what kind of format you want to, and it tells you everything about this. So HTML5/MP4 is the top one you want to use. Although you can use WebM and .org as well. I've had bad luck with these, and they really didn't want to work when I wanted to import them in. So I wouldn't tell you to stick with just MP4 format if you can, which is what pretty much every YouTube downloader uses anyway. So you would just use that. So once you click it, it will ask you what kind of media do you want to put in here. Like, it gives you your file selection, file manager menu right here. And we can manipulate that by using these buttons on the side. I feel like I got to sneeze. So everything sounds nasally. Hang on 1 second. Okay, sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze. Alright, so what we want to do is to add video that we have on our website or from our computer. We're just going to click add files, and I have this file here that I got from that Fantasy Star website when we were trying to do the fan site. So I'm just going to select this one because it's pretty. And it tells you, wait for it. It usually gives you a little icon of the video so you can see which one you want to use. And it tells you what position it will be on here, where it came from, the specs, like how wide it is, how long it is, and if it's streamable. So streamable means if you use this video, can it play if somebody was to click it, and that is yes. So we always want stuff that's streamable. I don't know what dictates what's streamable and what's not. Everything I ever used in here was always streamable. So I I'll just say 98% of media is streamable. Okay, so once we have our video that we have inside, we can go to, oh, I didn't talk about the other buttons. So there's other buttons here. We have the add folder button, and you would click this if you have downloaded like a whole bunch of videos that you want to upload at once. You can just click this and then select the folder and then hit OK, and then it will allow you to upload them all at once. Assets are videos that are inside your asset folders. Like if you downloaded a template or something and it came with everything like videos and things like that inside there, or videos and stuff like that, you can choose the assets and then select it, but I don't have any kind of templates with that, so I don't use it. And then we have add URL, which does two things. One, it allows you to take a URL from somebody else's website. Let's say if somebody says is hosting a video somewhere and you want to copy that from their website. If that website allows external sharing, you can copy that link and post it inside of your website, so you can save on hosting that way. But it has to end in .mp4 format, so it would be like http www dot MP4 at the end of it, and then that would say that that's the video, and then you would click that. But I don't have any videos. Every website that I tried to use it for has share block on there, so I can't use that as an example, so I'm sorry about that again. Another thing is that when you upload big files to your website, like let's say you have already uploaded a big video. Let me see if I can find one. I have no idea where my videos save. So let's see. Show in folder. Oh, this is the worst folder to put stuff in. This is so big. Alright, so let's see. Another thing I want to say that is when you upload large files, and this considers anything above 5 megabytes large, it will save it to your, what do you call it? Website? Storage? So make sure you have enough space when doing that. So let's see, what video that I want? This is big. So I'm just going to upload it temporarily then. Let me see if I got something a little bit smaller. Oh yeah, that's when we did the EF12 site. So it considers a large service. Large files can be uploaded to your hosting service and appear in the online resources. Do you want to upload this file now? And you can say do this for every other item that in this project that is also large, if you want to, instead of having to say yes, 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 no, no, no every time. So hold on, because it's going to show my upload information, and I don't want you guys schlucking your files over on my server. So give me a second. Okay, when you go here to your storage, it will ask you where do you want to save your stuff to. You can create a new folder inside here and just call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call this demo video, and then we're going to save it in there, and I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to pause it again because it's going to show my information. So no. Okay, so now we have the video in here, and we can choose which ones that we want to use. And I think if you select multiple ones, it creates a playlist for it, and it asks you what order do you want to put them. Now, if you want to, you can arrange them by right-clicking and saying select up. Now, our EF12 video is first, and Fantasy Star one is second. But if we want that one in reverse, we can just do it this way. So once we click it over into settings, it will ask you how do you want to design your video player. So you can have buttons if you want to have people search through it. I hate that they don't allow you to zoom in on this at all, but right here on this tiny box is our navigation, so we can click in between the videos. You can create and change out your buttons if you want to. They come with a bunch of buttons you can use, but if you don't like those buttons, you can actually design your own button. I can't see use as preview. Oh, so that's how you get to see what it looks like. Stuff is tiny in this. You can design your own button and play it if you want to play around with this, but I think that you can do that only once it's already played on there. I just like the buttons already, so I didn't change those. But yeah, you can fix that. Anyway, so they have the clip size that you can change. You have skins. So they're totally there. Change the color of the control bars if you want. Dark icons, poster image. I think poster image is, oops, something's broken. Okay, so poster image I think is like our, what do you call it? The cards, the screen, the thumbnails that they have for here. Yeah, that's it. Show poster at this. Yeah, so this can be like those thumbnails like they do on YouTube, and you put it here. I don't know how to edit it. What's the export button? Okay, whatever. I don't know how to edit that, but you probably would want to have a poster that is the same size as your image. So when you have the image here and you click play, that's when the card goes away, the thumbnail goes away, and then your video starts, and then it goes to the next video, and then you can see how that stuff works. Okay, so they also have a bunch of things down here for controls for you to use. You could choose start muted, which means that the videos will play, but they'll play with no sound on. This is great for the next button under here, which is autoplay, so that when people come to the page, the video will automatically start up, but if we'll have no audio, which because it started muted, which is good. And then you have loop, which means that this will keep autoplay and then keep on keeping looping in the cycle that you want to. You can choose that if you want. On the other hand, you have our controls section, which has the toolbars down here. It has the mute button. You can leave that on if you want. Volume, play, embed, which means that people can click on a link and get a copy of the video if you want them to, so they can post it around on other sites. You can turn that on or off if you want to. There's a full screen button that allows people to full screen the video. If you uncheck that, then they'll only be able to see it in the size that you make it. And then time right here is how long the video is will be displayed over the video. Right? One thing that I forgot to do is with this, you can also set the resolution of the video. Because of the age of the video, it's 1080 is pretty much the highest it will be, but it's basically going to give it size. So what size do you want the video to be? This size is optimized for 1080 playback, 720, and so on and so forth. Now, if you want, you can import your custom ones, but I think that the maximum amount is 2048. Oh, yeah, 2048 by 2048. And you'll see how big that is. And it will try to best to stretch the play to that size. And then once everything is to your liking, you can just hit OK and then wait for it all to compile and then paste it on your website. But as you can see, this video is way bigger than the actual website is. And what sucks about this playlist, like what is this called? What I do not like about using the video viewer, is that you can't really resize it freehand like you would anything else. You have to know the size of the video or the size that you want before you place it in there. So I recommend it if you want to put in a playlist, but in my opinion, the YouTube video link is the best links. So we're going to delete this play and we're going to show you how to do a YouTube video. So just like before, we're going to go up to the top where it says insert, and we are going to go to media, and I'm going to use our YouTube video. Now this thing allows you to do multiple things when it comes to YouTube. You can put in a single video, or you can do a YouTube playlist, or you can do a custom playlist and add videos here. So let's talk about which one is which and then which one works for you. So let's say you have a single video that you like, and I'm going to open up my downloader again and just grab this song because I've been jamming to the song for a while. So I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to put the video inside here. You can also set to where the video starts at. So if you have a video and you only want a certain part of the video to start, you can just put the time inside here and tell it to start there and then tell it to end there. And we can still do our other thing where we had it like loop and stuff like that. Okay, so single video. place this in here, and you see that we got the ability to shape it any way we want, unlike the other video viewer, which is what I like YouTube the most. So if we were to preview this, you'll see that it plays right where I said. So yay, that works. Let me close this because I was watching that video earlier. Now it gives you a I do like that once you play it or give it a second to connect, it does give you a preview of what it looks like, so you can make it work a little bit better. So let's talk about those options that I had mentioned earlier. So I'm gonna double click this real quick, and we're gonna go back into our video. So let's say that's just how we wanted a single video. Now let's say we have a YouTube playlist, a playlist that we already have put together. I'm going to delete this. Get out of here. That's not part of our playlist. Let me go to YouTube and grab a playlist real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got a playlist to my favorite game, and I want to click on it, and I got the link to the playlist. So I'm just going to copy it, and we can go to the playlist and hit this. I know that's custom playlist. We want regular playlist. And then I say okay. It'll put all the videos in a playlist for us to use already. So let's just give it a second. And we can actually play with the appearance if you want to. If you wanted a theme, and the progress bar, you have auto hide controls, which is all the stuff that usually pops up at the bottom. You can allow full screen, display the controls, autoplay, show related videos. You can hide related videos. You can put it on loop so that people can keep on keeping on, and you can also have autoplay selected so that as soon as they click on your video, again, it plays. They have some other stuff down here, show annotations, which proves how old this program is because YouTube don't even do annotations anymore. And we can close the show video as well and hit OK. And it's like, give us a second to get beautiful. And then we can press preview and then watch it go. So as you see, it automatically comes up. And I'm going to turn this down before I get struck. And then, you know, the people, since it's already in the playlist, can just use the tools to just scroll through what they want. So you don't have to design any buttons or anything because YouTube already does that for you. Okie dokie. So what else was inside that folder? So we have the custom playlist, which allows you to add in a series of YouTube videos that you want as a custom playlist instead of having to create one on here, which is kind of lazy because, you know, you could just make one on YouTube and then just put the, you know, go back here to the YouTube playlist and put that in there. But, you know, I'll just give you a demonstration. So I want people to jam to my, oh, that's why. Although, you know, like, I still think that that's a better option. This is good if you want to have music or something on your channel and you want something to play in the corner. You can do that. Like, so let's say I wanted Legaeus theme. I want Soul Disco Fever. I'm the disco queen. We flash that, and then you push add. And then let's see. What other music can I put on here that probably won't get me copyright struck? That's vaporware. We ain't got Gorilla's money, so we got like Vapo. Add. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's that bad anime. Alright, so we got just a few of these, and we just wanted to push that and play. We can still add these to it, and then, you know, do all our settings if we want, and then hit OK. So now when we go and preview it, let's see what happens. So my custom playlist plays. I thought I put another one in there. I don't know why this video didn't play. Maybe the person has it so that you can't share it. Sometimes that happens. You know, they'll block their video from being shared. So, you know, that happens sometimes. But you guys see how it works, right? Right. Alright, so what else is in this folder? YouTube user videos. Enter the video of a YouTube user and paste their link here. I think that means that if you have somebody's channel you can post their stuff here. So let's use this guy as an example. So I guess this would be good if you were to post videos and you want them to be updated. So let's see. This video was unavailable. Post the user's link here. I guess that was back in the day. Probably can't do that no more. We'll paste the user's link here. Let's see. Maybe we can try it again. Nope. Alright, let's see if this works. Let's try to think about somebody who has a straight link that's not okay, so I'm wrong. I guess it don't work anymore, but at one point it did work, so not anymore. Alright, well, that's that with an explanation on YouTube videos. I reckon the other ones have worked exactly the same. I haven't used any of those other formats. I always use YouTube. I don't know about Vimeo. I don't use it. But I guess you could use that. But let's just stick with what people use. So you use YouTube. Okay, so we know how to put a YouTube video inside our website. But what if we wanted it to slide through, like a picture slideshow? Like how? Let me show you an example of a picture gallery, right? Photo gallery. We can't use any except for the stuff that's JavaScript. Okay. I suppose that means I need pictures. Let's see. Hopefully none of these are lewd. Come on, no lewds. It's nothing but lewds. Lewds as far as the eye can see. But these are art lewds, so it's okay. Oh, sweet. I got Mother Miranda? I didn't know that. Okay, so we got our images inside here, and just as an example, we do this and we do that. It's exporting it. Just so you know that we're on the same topic. Okay, so let's say we have one of these picture gallery things, right? And we wanted something similar to this, but with videos. Maybe something that plays automatically and something that has buttons that the people can click on and it goes on. Kind of like this Fantasy Star website where they have images, a mixed media of images and links. And as you see, they got the video, they got some text here, and then they got buttons that navigate you to other places. So can we have something nice like that? You may be asking. Yes, we can. And I'm going to show you how. So to do that, we need to get rid of the gallery that I made, and we need to create something called a carousel. So we know them as slides, but professional folk call them carousels because the images go round and round like a carousel. So we need to create our own carousel by going to, I think it's a media, pictures. What was the carousel called? Let's see. Navigation. Interactive. Yeah. Oh, it's called a slider in this. Everywhere else is carousel. All right. So we want to go to insert interactive objects, and we want to select the slider. So once we have our slider, they'll give us a whole bunch of slider examples that we can use inside here. If you can scroll down, you can see more. They have article sliders, which allow you to, let me see, right click and work. Sometimes it freezes on here. She ain't used to this much activity. All right, hang on. I'm going to pause while she freezes. Oh, there you go. So we can preview it, and you can see. This is some preview, right? All right. So article style, which has pictures, text, things like that. We have blank ones that we can just choose a style and load them in. We have bonus, which is like, kind of like articles, but not captions. Just go through here and see which one strikes your fancy. I think I used a blank one or a bonus one. I think bonus is the one that I liked. So I'm going to select the bonus and we're going to load it in and make a slidey thingy. Okay. So by default it's one with pictures and text inside of it, pictures as well. And if you click on the bottom frame, you can see and edit see how many frames are inside inside the slide, inside our carousel, how long it's going to go. Let's see what it looks like before I start editing it so we can see what we want to change. So I'm just going to preview it real quick. And you see it loads up. And we click on the sides in order to swap through the images. Okay. Alright, so that is a basic slider, but we want one with videos, right? So let's add a little more, if you don't mind. I'm going to do this some more. Interactive objects. Oh, no, it's rollovers. I love playing with rollovers. Interactive slider. Let's get one with visible buttons so we can play with those buttons. Thank you. And it's probably a good idea to make the website long enough for us to see the buttons. Alright, so we have this, and where did the buttons go? Down. Dang buttons, get up there. Do your job and button. Alright, so let's go and look at this again. So we have a slider with buttons, a slider without buttons, and this one's got like fancy sliders. Oh my god, why did I pick this? This is definitely not what I wanted. I wanted a simple button. Why? Okay, let me get rid of that one because I don't know how to edit this one. A nice simple slider. Maybe I should choose the blank one. Bet you're like, oh my god, Zero, you suck. Stop tutorialing. Alright, I'm so sorry. Alright, let's go with a blank one. Blanks are good. Blank is good. You get a blank one with some basic buttons, please. Nope. Alright, maybe photo. Photo should be fine. I wish I remember which was the one I used in my last video. Like, that was really nice. Okay, this is the one that I used. Okay, so we got this, we got preview, and you see it goes, we just click on the buttons. But for whatever reason, the button to go forward is back, but back is forward. I guess it's going to simulate the key, the tablet stroke of this, and then this one is that way. Yes, so that makes sense. Alright, so this is it with buttons. This is pretty much what we would want, but, we want videos and maybe something that runs automatically, right? Right. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about sliders, baby. Okay, so we have our slider and we're going to use this one because this is the good one. So this one's the bad one. Get out of here. Let's first edit our slider. There are two ways for you to edit your video, your slider. We're going to do the in-studio one first, and then we're going to do the other style later. So first thing you need to do is double click on here and it will open up. Not that. Not that either. Oh, for Magog. Open up the studio. It worked before. Wait, maybe I need to double click on the. It's not fair. It worked when I did the dry run. Oh, okay. So click on it and then press this little button down yonder. No. That lets you do this. Click on this and here we go. That's what we need. Let me see what that button is called. Go back to something and then press slider studio. That's what you want. You want to click on your image. Then you want to select parent from this little bar. Then you want to press Slider Studio and then press that. And this will bring you into the panel that controls the slider. My goodness. Isn't it good to have errors? Now, this is your own little Photoshop, little tiny website building page that allows you to edit what you want to edit. So let's say we want it to have a slider with some fancy text like this. And we say, coming soon. And then underscored, because you can't really say coming soon without underscoring the importance of it coming soon. So put it over to the side like this, because that's dynamic and cool. Coming soon. And then we can have some text down here, which they already provided us with, like that. And now we want to add in our video. So we're going to do just like what we did before previously. We can either add our own personal video, or we can use a YouTube video. Now I'm going to use a YouTube video because I actually think that the flower one would work for this. So we're going to go to media and then go to YouTube video, a single video if you would please. And let me find it. Oh yeah, I closed all the videos. This one. So I'm just going to copy the link and the address, press this, and then we're going to go here and play with this. Now I don't want any videos to show. I do want it to loop, and I do want it to autoplay. Auto hide all of the controls and progress, and allow full screen. Don't display any of the controls because I don't want people to do that. I just want it to play in the background as a background video. So we want to make sure that the video that we choose fits within the frame of our slider thingy-majig. And then you can put any video that you want here. I'm just using this one. You don't even have to have this picture in the background if you don't want to. You could take that out. I do. Now, as you can see, our video is in here, but it's laying over the text, and we don't want that. So you can just right click on it and then choose arrange, and then you can go back one, or press Control Shift down, and you can keep doing it. Control Shift down, 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 down. It's supposed to go to the back, but sometimes it don't want to do that. So, you know what help? If you select the video instead of, if you select the video and tell it that instead of the picture. So now the video is here, and you can preview how it looks up top here where it says preview, and you see what it looks like. Okay. Now, what we do want is for it to auto start, and I don't know why it did not. Oh, we left the studio. Did it? Loop, 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 autoplay. You know, something I wonder is, if I have it set to autoplay, will it autoplay inside of a preview? Outside of the preview, like just on the website preview? Yep, it does. So it just dunked up in the preview, but it played. And you see that's how it looks. Now you can be like really fancy with this, and I'm gonna show you something cool, especially for my video game fan page making friends. So I'm gonna look up a picture of Cammy White, and I'm gonna find, yeah, this is perfect, a nice transparent picture of Cammy. So I'm gonna swipe this, put that here. Okay, and then I don't know what video I could possibly put here. Maybe this trailer my friends did for Cammy. And we can have that here as like kind of a reveal thing. So we can go back in here, change that out. Oh, you know what? I forgot the video. I was trying to be so slick and do that thing real quick that I forgot. So we can go inside here, change the video real quick, insert the image. Is this the one? Yeah, Cammy. Then we could put her in here. And then take our dynamic text. Whoops. Try to keep it in there. We can move it forward if you want. Control, Shift. Yeah, coming soon. Coming soon. You know, and then throw some fancy stuff like, she's a fighter who lost her memory, then got it back, then fights to correct her sins. Down here. And then we're going to do the same thing and push it up. Now, fun fact is, to move something back, you hold down Shift Control down, and to move something forward, you do Shift Control up. So up is forward, back is down. So we're going to put that here, and then this here, and then I'm going to change out this picture, which you can double click and do that too, and see if I got some fancy, like, background. What is that action? How do you look up something like that, like action background? Ah, yeah, that works. It's not like I thought, but I think it's even better than schwong. Alright, so let's see. They give you a whole bunch of stock photos. Alright, put that in there, and then you're like, Cammy! It's coming soon. And then when we go to preview it, now here's one thing that you need to know, that if you put so one thing you need to know is that when you put in auto play, it will auto play your video with sound, and even if the slide has changed, the video will still play and play music. So even though we have the feature on here that says play muted, I don't think it works on YouTube videos. It doesn't work on YouTube videos. So you'll have to put a silent video here unless that's what you're going for and you want your music and stuff to play. So that's one of the downsides about using YouTube sliders. You can do that with regular videos. What do you call those? The videos that we import in. So I should already have this video, but I'm gonna download it again. Let's see, Cammy. Like, we can get the same effect using the video player thingy. So I'm gonna use my EF. Smart mode, video, best quality, please play. One thing I like about this is that it does make videos kind of small, but I don't know how big it was originally. Okay. So we could use the regular videos that we have on our computer to put here in the slot, but there are some problems with that. One is that if you put this, like, let's say you wanted to have, I don't have enough websites here to, let me make a new page. Let's see. New page. Clone page. Just doing this for example. If you were to put this as like your navigation right here. Let me add in a navigation. Come on, you. Alright, let's say you want it to be fancy. And you want it to have a navigation bar here. And you wanted this navigation to be like a navigation here, and then your video on underneath it. You have to watch out for it, because if you use the video that you grab from your computer inside of a slider thing, the video will go up top of the navigation bar. I wasn't able to figure out how to keep that from happening, because when you use a YouTube video, the navigation bar stays on top. Even if I select it to be on top, it'll be on top, but the video will be on top and the navigation bar will be behind it, and it loses its cool effect. So I hate that. That's why I don't really suggest using the video for that, because of that happens. So let's say I wanted to put this here and I wanted a video as kind of like my moving background. You know, with the YouTube one, it's totally possible. But if we were to switch it, like if I wanted to get rid of this and add in another video, so let's get rid of this video. Back into the studio. Insert media, video player, add files. Oh man, it saves here. Cami. It's a large video, so hit yes. I'll be back. Okay, so it's uploading. Alright, so we can do our settings, and it has all the cool things that we like on here, like auto hide, allow full screen, auto start muted, all our fun stuff. And problem is, you have to know how big you want the video to be when you put it in here, because we can't just edit the size like we could in the previous thing. So I guess I should have grabbed how tall that YouTube video was beforehand. Let's see if we can make a template to see how big it is and then change it. So I'm gonna scoot this over real quick, see if I can play a little trick. So what I want to do is grab a cube, a smart image, like a generated shape, and I'm gonna put this right here. Properties and export options. So I want to export it as a ping. Hey you. Alright, well, let's see. Convert into a picture. How about that? So it says that this picture is... Oh, let me grab a notepad. Come on, notepad. Open up. I'll be right back. Sorry, notepad's being a butt. Okay, so it says that this area where we want to put our stuff at is 454x 346. Okay. Let's just scoot that over here for a second. And we can close this and grab our Cami movie. Cameo. Cameo. Double click on this, and we want to go to our settings, and where it asks how wide it is, we put custom. And what was the numbers again? It was 454. Oh no, I lost it. 346. 346. Alright, hit OK. And in theory, it should snap to the side which we need it. Yes, it did. And fit over here in the corner. Then we send it back a bit. Shift it down, down, down. And then we'll close the studio. And when we play it, it's super small. But you know what? It actually looks better small like this. But you see, that's weird though. When I did this before, I guess, wait a minute, wasn't these blacked out? So maybe it's transparent now? So many things I have yet to learn. But the navigation stayed. So I guess that's progress. Either way, video's here. You'll just have to keep playing with those until it looks right. Now, one more thing about this that we need to fix is that, yeah, it's all fine and dandy that we get to have this video here playing on the screen like this, but we need for it to move. So it's not like it's going to stay like this. It can't really be a slider if it ain't sliding, right? So let's make it slide automatically. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to go back in here and we're going to scoot this over because it's too close to the buttons. Let me just push it back a little more just for sake. Alright, shoot, maybe move it here. Okay, so we want to edit so that the slider slides and keeps on keeping on. So we're going to double click on our go to our slider, and we're going to go back into the select parent and then in a slider studio, and down here at the bottom of the menu you'll see all the things that we want to make it go. So to make it start sliding on its own, we would want to press this button that says autoplay, and then we have stop play after the user panel selection. That means that if somebody was to click on the button like ho, what was that, and click on the button and go back, the slider, the carousel will stop sliding and it will freeze until I guess the person clicks next or whatever, and it keeps going. So we want to keep that checked. Detect mouse wheel actions, I think that's when you roll your mouse it starts or stop. I'm not sure. Same thing with the sweeping. But yeah, this usually just play around and see if you get to what you like. This right here is our panel loop time. It is in milliseconds. So right now it's at 2,000 milliseconds, which is a little too fast. So we want to go to like maybe 200 or 3,000 or 4,000. You can go and Google milliseconds to second so you can see how long it is and then work it. The panel animation time means how fast it switches. Easing is all of the different types of ways you can make your animation, the panel switch. So I'm not even going to ruin it for you. You can play along with those and see which one strikes your fancy. If you want to test it out before we hit OK, you can just press the preview button. And this will let you see how long it is. Now you want to make sure that you have enough time on the panel for your movie to start. As you can see, this is how fast 4,000 milliseconds is. You see our video is still going. If you want it to go faster, just decrease it. So just cut it by half and you can hit it set. Click enter and then it'll play in. Wait for it to go. There you go. So it's going to start at panel 1 and then this. So you can see how fast you want it to go. Just keep on keeping on until it gets to where you want. I think by default it's like 5,000 milliseconds. I had it a little bit faster than that because I wanted the videos to match the speed of that when I was working on that PSO fan site. So once it is at the speed that you like and you try playing with all these easing settings. Oh, I think it broke it. I don't know what a Cuban is. You lied to me, easing. Let's still slide. Boo. Oh. Start on the panel. This. Forget it. We'll just stay on swing. Anyway, you can close the studio. And, you know, if it works for you, it works for you. You preview. And then you go. Now, one more thing I need to do before we say goodbye, because we are way over time, but I'm trying to grab as much as I want to for you as possible. Now, let's say this is our EF12 site, and this is supposed to be an announcement that Cami is coming. We have her dynamic picture here. We have this here. We can actually, I want to go back into here just to be sure, add a button to link to her download page if we had one. So all you have to do is you can either bring in your own custom button, you can create a button inside here or whatever. It just says button. We're going to change it to say download. At that, we have our download button wherever we want, and then you can just double click it and then send the hyperlink, and you can either choose right here with a site page, which is a website that's already inside this website template, or if you want to, we can use an internet page and it will send people to whatever internet site that you want. It's like, I don't know, maybe you want to tell people who Cami is and link them right to her wiki. Hit that. And then close the studio. So maybe we can navigate and put it here. Download. So that when people see the preview, I know that's an ugly button. It's just for demo purposes. So when they click on it, it's like, download. This is Cami. And it sends people to the website. Alright, I guess that's everything. Oh, wait, no, there's still more. Alright, real quick. We need to talk about the buttons. Alright, so if you are not feeling these buttons, you can actually change and move the buttons and put them anywhere that you want. You can change the graphic of the button. You can redesign the button. So let's say I don't like this button. You can click on it and you can choose from a bunch of the buttons that they have here. And designed and gave to you. Just click on it and say okay, and when you come back it'll be a different button. But let's say you want to design your own button because you're not feeling these, you would just click on this little pin, and then it gives you this kind of built-in Photoshop thing, so you can change the colors if you want to just by clicking on things, change the background, change the effect of the button, 3D, bubble, stuff like that. It even has a pencil stuff in here, so you can draw on there if you want to. I have never done that before, which is probably why it's failing, and stuff like that. I'm not even sure if you could, but if you have your own custom picture, you can put that in. I'm just using this Cami picture as hard as I possibly can. And, you know, this kind of looks like her stuff anyway, doesn't it? So you can put Cami in here if you want, or whatever icon, something that you want, and you can change the background, the colors of this. That's the highlight. I think this is the actual button base. So it has a whole bunch of things you can change inside there to make the button look like what you want. Once it's fine, you just say commit to changes, and when we come back, you see there's a button right here that you made inside the program. That has this feature. Now we have to tell the button what to do. You can't just sit there looking pretty all day. It's not me. So you just double click on there, and then you go to actions, and it says, what does it do? You're like, okay, here's the slider. And this is just in case we had different sliders on here. You want it to either move back, a last picture in the frame. Let me start from it. Play the start, play the playlist, go to the previous frame, go to the first frame, select this will allow you to put in a specific panel number. So this is panel 1. If we wanted to press that button and automatically jump to like panel 3, we would just change it from 1 to 3. Right here is pause, so you can stop it and look at a panel and be like, ooh, Next is what goes next panel from this. So if we were on panel 1, making this the next button will make the panel go to the button 2, and so on and so forth. Last is the last panel inside of the slider, and play pause is, well, play pause. Alright, so I'm happy with what the button actually does, so we don't really have to do anything with that. So when you go and preview it again, you can look at this. So I guess it has 2 parts. So one button for when it's active and one button for when it's not. That's neat. But that's a topic for another time. We are already pushing an hour. So I think select a different preset button design. Press this button initially in down state. I wonder what that means. It seems there's more about buttons that I don't know, and I'm curious though. I'm just gonna push this, see what happens. Nope, I broke it. I don't know nothing about buttons, and I'm not even gonna lie to you and pretend like I do. I just know how to design them in here, and I don't really know how they work. I don't know how to switch the stuff. But that's something for you, and that's not even the topic of this video, so I don't gotta explain nothing. But for what I did explain, I hope you were able to grasp and able to do what you need to do inside here and add some really cool video slideshows inside of your website. So yeah, we are at time, and that means I gotta skadoot and get on to the next tutorial. My name is Zero, and this has been another one of my tutorials. I hope it helped you in your project, and if so, feel free to share it with me, because I'm always happy to see what you peoples do. As always, good luck and have fun with your projects. See you next time. Bye.